smallest cells are found in small organisms like blue-green algae, bacteria, 0.1 to 0.1 micron. It ranges to the size of the cells in micro, very small organisms will be very small. But when you take up the size of ostrich cell, ostrich egg cell, it ranges from 170 millimeter to 130. 170 bar 130 means longitudinally. Lengthwise it ranges to 170 mm and breadth wise it ranges to 130 mm. Mm means millimeter. Micron. 1 micron is equal to 1,000th of a millimeter. You know millimeter. The units found in cells. How many units are found in a centimeter? How many units are found in a centimeter? 10 units. Each unit is called as millimeter. Here, when you divide 1 millimeter into 1,000 parts, each one part is equal to micron. 1 micron, 1,000th of a millimeter. 1 millionth of a meter. 1 millionth of a meter. When you divide 1 meter into million, and each one part is equal to micron. Hence, the unit of measurement of cells, microbes, very small things is micron, which you have to remember. When we take up the major types of cells, there are mainly two types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The cells are mainly classified into prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Pro means primitive cells which are found in bacteria, blue-green algae, where the nuclear membrane is absent, where the nucleus is not that much clear. See, in a cell nucleus is present now, and it is enclosed where inside a membrane. Inside a membrane, the covering present around the nucleus is called as nuclear. This layer is nuclear membrane. In primitive prokaryotic cells, there is no definite nuclear membrane. You have to remember that. Then what? The chromosomes or DNA are present, which are scattered, which are not inside, within a nuclear membrane. That is the difference. This is found only in bacteria, blue-green algae. But eukaryotic cells are those cells present in higher organisms, plants, animals, all other higher organisms. Eukaryotic cells are found. Eukaryotic cells are those cells which contain definite nuclear membrane, which you have to Remember, all higher organisms except bacteria and blue-green algae. Now let us come to the cell structure. We discussed it in the previous class. Structure. Structure of a cell. Nuclear membrane, which is also called as plasma membrane. Nuclear membrane, the covering. Rohan, I will chase you out of the class if you disturb others. You are not talking, but you are not concentrating. Where towards what I am explaining. You are seeing some other person. This is cell membrane. Cell membrane is porous. Porous means pores. Pores. Openings. Cell membrane is porous. This helps in what? In allowing substances like water. Then what else? Air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, other materials inside, allows inside, and also which enables the things to get rid of from itself, from the cells. That means in exchange of materials into and out of the cells. That is the advantage of presence of pores in the cell membrane. Cell membrane, or it is also called as plasma membrane. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. Then it has that day we discussed, it has a jelly-like substance. Jelly-like substance inside, and this jelly-like substance is called as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. See this in this substance, mitochondria, chloroplasts, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuole. These are some of the organelles present where in the cytoplasm. They are jelly-like substance, like jelly. Then what is this? Cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. The central part of a cell contains nucleus. This nucleus contains chromatids. Then what else? They contain cell. Now when we take up a plant cell, we discussed that it consists of chloroplast, cell wall, which are absent in animal cell. Chloroplast, it is one of the plastics. The shape is also described as box type. You might have studied in your lower classes, is it not? It is box type. Box type, box shape. And this is cell wall. Is there cell wall in animal cell? No. You have studied it already. It has a cell wall which is made up of cellulose. Cellulose, which is a carbohydrate. This plasma membrane is present in both. Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is present in both plants, animal cell and plant cell. Nucleus is, see here, the nucleus will be like little bit sideways, but it is present. Nucleus, cytoplasm is present. Then vacuole. Vacuole means like this. It may be food vacuole. It may contain the air. Sometimes the vacuoles will contain the waste which will be removed out of the cells. Here the vacuole will be big, large. See, single large vacuole is present where in plant cell. Here small many vacuoles are present in animal cells. They store the food substances. After the digestion, unwanted is also stored and removed from the vacuole. Now you see the different cell wall is present. Then what is chloroplasts? Chloroplasts, which are green in color. Chloroplasts are present in plant cell, which are green in color. But absent in animal cell. You should know the differences between plant cell and animal cell. Chloroplast present. Here chloroplast absent. What is this chloroplast? Chloroplast is an organelle present in animal plant cell containing green pigment which involve in photosynthesis. You know what is the meaning of photosynthesis? Preparation of food by the plants. In the green leaves, with the help of chlorophyll, sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, by using carbon dioxide, with the help of water. The raw materials required for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, then where in the chlorophyll. In the chloroplast only photosynthesis. Main organelle in the cell is chloroplast. Chloroplast contain the pigment, the green pigment called as chlorophyll. The green pigment present in the leaves, in the cells of plant bodies are called as chlorophyll. Red pigment present in our blood. The red pigment present in our blood is called as, name the pigment present in our blood. Pigment. Red color. Yeah. What is the other name? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. What is the spelling of it? Hemoglobin. Similarly, the chloroplast contain green pigment. Chloroplast is one of the plastics. Chloroplast is one of the plastics. There are different types of plastics. Leucoplast, chloroplast. Leuco means colorless. Colorless plastic. White WBC contains colorless plastics called as leucoplast. Chromoplast. Chromo means color. Colored plastics. The plastics which contain colors are called as chromoplasts, which you have to remember. Different types of plastics are present there in the cells. You should not forget what you study. And there are croutons, is it not? You have seen croutons with pink leaves or with yellow leaves or with what type of reddish behind, yellow color, red color, pink color, where below the leaf, though not above or above the surface, below the surface of the leaf, you might have seen some colors. Red color leaves, have you seen? Yes. Yes, you have seen. And that red color leaf will get changed to green color slowly. All those are due to the presence of pigments, colors, and those organelles are called as plastics. Hey, see, all this chloroplast, nucleus, vacuole, lysosomes, and so many, endoplasmic reticulum, then what else, Golgi apparatus, all these are the organelles. Organelles. What is the difference between organelle and organ? See, we all have nose, eyes, heart, ears, liver, intestine. All these are the stomach, all these are the organs. Organs present in our bodies. The parts present in our bodies are called as organs. But the organs present inside the cells are called as organelles. You should know the difference between organelle and organ. Organelle and organ. Organelles are the organs present inside the cells. Mitochondria. Mitochondria present even here in plant cell too. Mitochondria are present. Mitochondria are present in both the cells. Many mitochondria here and there. When you take up a mitochondria, this is mitochondria. It is shown here. Mitochondria is called as powerhouse of a cell. This is one mitochondria. mitochondria. Function of mitochondria is to release energy. That is why it is called as powerhouse of a cell. It involves in producing energy. It converts ATP molecules into usable form of energy. ATP. When you come to higher classes, you will study. Fine. Let us not go in detail. In the next year, you will study what is the function of mitochondria. Here you should remember it releases energy. It is called as powerhouse of a cell. Now you have studied about nucleus. See here, nucleus. In nucleus, here is a part which is called as nucleolus. Little nucleus. This nucleus helps in what? In transferring the genes. Genes which are present in the chromosomes. Nucleus contain nucleolus which contain network of chromosomes. Chromosomes like this. When you go in deep, when you study about the chromosomes in depth, its shape is like this. These carry the genes. They contain the genes. Genes, what are genes? Those are the carriers of characters from parents to offspring. If parents have curly hairs, the children will have curly hairs. You hear discussion in your houses. He is just like his father, or he is just like his grandpa or aunt, uncle. Her hair is like her mother's hair, or her father's hair, rough hair, or her eye color is like her mother's or grandma's blue colored eye, like Aishwarya. Like that, the traits. Traits means characters. Characters are carried by the chromosomes. And in the chromosomes, genes are present. These genes are transferred from one generation to another generation, from parents to offsprings. When those offsprings become parents, from them to their offsprings. Offsprings. Offsprings means children. That is where it is starting, where the genes are present in the chromosomes. These chromosomes are present here. They will not be so clear. They are not clear now when you look. At the time of cell division, they become clear. They become clear when at the time of cell division. See now, these are some of the organelles we are studying about under the topic cells. Cheek cells, onion cells, cells of a leaf, cells present in the skin, cells present in the heart, cells present in the bones, cells present in the nerves. Nerves are called as neurons. Cells present in the muscle cells, cells present in the bones, connective tissues, bone tissues, tendons, ligaments. Those all connect the bones with the bones, the muscles with the bones. All these, the cells present in the fats, the cells present in the cartilage. See, bone which is neither so hard, not so soft. The cartilage bone present in the ears. Nose made up of cartilage. Tissues. Tissues are formed by cells. Cells together form tissues. Tissues together form organs. Organs together form organ system. But the basic units are the cells. The basic units are the cells. When cells multiply, when cells divide, they get increased in number, and those together are called as tissues. A number of tissues found in muscles, number of tissues found in bones, number of tissues found in where? The nerves, neurons, the skin, the walls of intestine, walls of stomach, made up of same type of tissues. Same type of tissues. Now, these are the differences between animal cell and plant cell. You have to remember. Will you remember? Yes. Your this one is break time is 11 to 11:15. Now I will ask you one or two questions. You have to remember. What is the unit of measurement of microorganisms? Micron. Unit of measurement of microorganisms or cells, small cells are called as microns. Micron. 1 micron is equal to 10,000 units. 1 by 1000th of a millimeter or 1 by millionth of a meter. Sit down. Anybody stand up and tell the different 3 major parts of a cell. 3 major parts of a cell. Yes, very good. Nucleus, cell membrane and cytoplasm. Nucleus, cell membrane and cytoplasm. Cell wall is present only in plant cells. It is absent in animal cells. This cell wall helps in maintaining moisture to the cell here. Immediately at the time of scarcity of water during hot seasons, this cell wall helps in protecting the cell, in preventing evaporation, removal of water, transpiration. It keeps the cell fresh, moist. That is the work of this cell wall. It is advantageous, but in animal cell it is not found. You have to remember. Name the organelle containing green pigment. Chlorophyll, chloroplast. You have to repeat the words several times. Then you will remember. Say one character of cell membrane. One character of cell membrane. Plasma membrane is one character, one function. It allows particles to get in and go out. Not get out, go out. It allows, and it does not allow all the particles. That also you have to remember. Only certain particles are allowed into the cell and out of the cell. That is why it is called as semi-permeable membrane. You will study this in your next year, 9th standard. Why plasma membrane is called as semi-permeable membrane. You will study in the next class. Now, day before yesterday or yesterday, I have sent a notes file. It's PDF I have sent. You copy the notes. The diagrams, plant cell and animal cell diagrams are there. Many more organelles are there. Labeling is there. Parts given. What you have to do is, you can either copy all the parts, you can label, or label only few parts. Chloroplast, nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, nucleolus. That is enough for you all. In future you can label more and more parts. At present, so many parts not required, but for you all, extra information is given for you all to read those parts, to read those organelles that is selected. Nothing wrong. If you study extra, it is not a waste. Understood? You can either draw simple diagram with less number of labeling parts, or you can copy what I have sent. Fine. After writing, you have to learn the question answers, practice the figures. Thank you all. Have a good day.